Okay, so my name's Alisa Heimann. I'm the Group Sustainability Manager at Butternut Box. We're really looking forward to the future, partnering with Sweep to move forward on our decarbonisation, reduce our environmental impact in lots of ways. And we're also looking at, for example, using it for other areas such as animal welfare standards as well. We are the leading fresh pet food brand in Europe. It was started by two friends, Kev and Dave. The idea came from the fact that Dave rescued a Staffordshire Terrier who had a lot of bad digestive problems. They tried loads of different foods, nothing helped. They then decided to actually cook a meal themselves using human quality ingredients, slightly gently steaming it, and the health of the dog improved significantly within a very short amount of time. And that's where the sort of idea came from. If you fast forward 9 years later, we are now a multinational company. We are in 6 different markets across the UK and Europe. We have a dedicated manufacturing facility called Rudy's Kitchen up in Doncaster. We're building a second manufacturing facility in Poland that's going to be 3 times the size. And we have 3 brands. So we're now Butternut Box, which is our fresh dog food brand. We have She Buffet, which is our Polish dog food brand. And last year we launched a fresh cat food brand called Marrow. There is just over 900 people working for us now. And then we also have marketing centres in Ireland, Benelux, Poland, and in Germany. And also we have fulfilment centres actually in the Benelux, in Ireland, and in Poland. We are a food company. So if we don't actually do something about climate change, it's actually going to affect the ability to source our own ingredients in the future. So sustainability, it's really part of our DNA. We're a purpose-driven company, and we know that we can't be the leader in fresh pet food without ensuring that our environmental impact is managed and that we're reducing our environmental impact and making a positive difference to society. And then underlying all of that is, of course, that we're a B Corp. We're very, very proud to be a B Corp, like Sweep. We're a scale-up. We therefore have a lot of investment from private equity. They wouldn't be interested in us at all if we weren't looking at our impact, basically our sustainability. It's important because they have customers as well that also care about where they invest. What's really, really important to us is what our customers think of us, basically. And all of the big issues out there, all of the big environmental issues, climate change, pollution, human rights, animal welfare, are not just known and considered by us, but are very, very known and aware by our customers. Also, it's very much in order to attract the best talent as well. It's extremely important to be focused on your sustainability, because more and more people are choosing to join companies that actually care. And then I suppose the last area is really regulation. It's really, really important that we're looking at our sustainability to make sure that we're compliant with those regulations and are sort of like ahead of them effectively. Last year, we were able to reduce our Scope 1 emissions, which is from our gas usage, which we use for our boilers, by 6.5%. It was our carbon intensity, actually. We put a lot of energy and investment into reducing our carbon footprint. And last year, we put a lot of investment into this cutting-edge heat recovery technology. We recycle the waste heat from our cold storage, And we use that waste heat to heat up the water to our boilers. It significantly reduces our gas usage. Now, that cost a lot of money for us to do, but it was really important for us to do it. It was very much a win-win situation as well, because not only did it reduce our carbon footprint from our Scope 1 gas emissions, but also reduce the amount that we have to spend on gas. We've also just put in 2 new production lines where we've invested in the latest technology in steam ovens, which are much more efficient than what we were currently using. For our Scope 2, we are zero effectively on a market-based approach for using the greenhouse gas protocol, because we purchase 100% renewable electricity. And from a Scope 3 perspective, we were able to reduce our footprint by 2.9% on a carbon intensity basis. We're continually looking to reduce the amount of waste that we send to incineration. We're working with our suppliers so that they send us less packaging. We look at ways that we can reduce our transportation miles from our suppliers. And we also look at our water usage. We use a plethora of spreadsheets at the moment in order to measure, manage and reduce our carbon footprint. It takes a long time to calculate the carbon footprint. We have to upload data, not at the frequency we want. There could be data quality issues. There isn't an audit log that is very sort of reliable. We're rapidly growing. We're building a new manufacturing facility in Poland. We are entering new European markets very, very quickly. We just looked at our situation and just said, something spreadsheets are just not going to cut it. We were looking for a way of calculating our footprint much more quickly, much more accurately, so that it would have data feeds on a regular basis. We want teams such as our product development team, such as our procurement team, to be able to actually access and model carbon impacts so that it is part of recipe composition decision making. It's part of which suppliers we go with, and it's part of the process from the get-go. Another thing is we're a food company. Our biggest source of our emissions is Scope 3. Now, at the moment, we use emission factors that are secondary emission factors, which are published from a secondary database. Some of our big meat suppliers, our beef suppliers, are doing amazing things to reduce their own carbon footprint, yet we're not reflecting it in our carbon footprint. What we'd like is to be able to integrate their emissions into our carbon footprint, so then our Scope 3 is much more accurate, and effectively we could, hopefully we could reduce it. Our carbon reduction targets are very much internal. We do actually publish the results of them in our annual impact report. But what we'd like to do is we'd like to link them to the latest climate science and actually go through the Science Based Targets initiative. So we need a platform, a dedicated platform, to enable us to do all of that. We came up with a list of requirements, functional requirements that we wanted, and also came up with a task. We have a metric that's very unique to Butternut Box that we've built through a model, an internal model ourselves, where we can calculate the actual emissions from all of our recipes by linking the product carbon footprints of each of our recipes to the amount that we produce on a weekly basis. It enables us to make decisions at the moment with recipe composition and other areas. A lot of the platforms that we looked at couldn't do this modelling, and Sweep was one that could do this modelling, so that was pretty powerful. So one thing that came through very, very loud and clear about Sweep is it was very customizable. It seemed to be a platform that we would be able to adapt, and it would grow with us. We've just embarked on a project where we have Snowflake as our new data warehouse, and Sweep already has a very, very powerful data integration link to Snowflake, which is going to mean that it's going to be much easier to upload historic data and on a regular basis. we're not just using Sweep as a carbon accounting platform, but also to collect our ESG data as well. And that's what we're very much looking forward to, is to have a central repository of all of our environmental and social and governance data. And if you add all the sort of like functionality like audit logs and AI-driven reporting, it's going to really set us up for some of those really complex, involved regulatory reporting requirements such as CSRD.